Hi, first graders. Today we're going to learn about reading nonfiction and KWL charts. There are lots of strategies to use when reading nonfiction books. Making a KWL chart is one of them. KWL stands for Know, Wonder, and Learn. A KWL chart can help us better understand the nonfiction book we are reading. KWL charts help us use our prior knowledge, that means what we already know, as we read to learn something new. I'm going to complete a KWL chart as I read this book called Lin-Manuel Miranda, about this guy right here named Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'll start by thinking about what I know and what I am wondering about Lin-Manuel Miranda. Well, one thing I know about him is that he wrote Hamilton, the musical. I also know that he starred in Hamilton too. That means he was the actor that played the main character in the show. I also know that he is pretty famous. But there's also some things I'm wondering about him, some questions I have. My first question is, does Lin-Manuel Miranda only write and act in plays? I'm wondering if he also does work with TV shows and movies too. I also want to know where he was born, because I just don't know and I'm curious. So now that I've filled out my know column and my wonder column, I'm going to read the book to see what new information I learn about Lin-Manuel Miranda. Okay, here's the book and here's the table of contents. Here are the chapter titles. Lin-Manuel, key events, and then there's also a picture glossary and an index and resources to learn more about him. This is Lin-Manuel. He is famous. Why? He writes musicals. He is in them too. One is about his life, the actor's rap. Here's another one. It is called Hamilton. What is it about? A man who helped form our country. It won many awards. Wow. Lin is an actor. He is in movies. He is on TV shows. He writes music for movies too. Like what? Moana. Lin started a charity. Why? To help people. He helps people in Puerto Rico. Lin loves to help others. Ooh, here's a timeline. We learned about timelines before. This timeline is called Key Events, and it's going to tell me about some of the important things that happened in his life. Let's read some of them and see what we learn. January 16th, 1980. Lin-Manuel Miranda is born in New York City. Oh, cool. In March 9th of 2008, In the Heights, his first musical, opens on Broadway and it won 4 Tony Awards. Pretty cool. I think I'll come back to the timeline later, but there's a lot that I can add to my KWL chart right now. Let's see. Now that I've read the book and learned a lot more about Lin-Manuel Miranda, I can add some of the new facts that I've learned in the L Learned column. Well, one thing I learned is that Lin-Manuel writes music and has acted in movies and TV shows too. That answers one of the questions I put in the wonder column. He also wrote the music for Moana. I didn't know that, and that's really cool because that's a movie that I really love. He also was born in New York City. That answers my second question in the wonder column. I learned that he was born in New York City. Finally, I also learned that he likes to help other people. For your assignment today, you're going to do the same KWL chart that I just did. You're going to read the book Octopuses on Epic. Here's a picture of the cover. Then you'll complete the KWL chart for this book. Remember to do the K and the W columns before you read the book. Jot down what you know and what you're wondering, then read the book. Finally, jot down what you learned in the L column. Have fun, first graders. I can't wait to see what you know, what you wonder, and what you learned. Bye.